Sexism in the media. Well, it exists. Look all around you. Disney has a monopoly on the cartoon world and children's entertainment in general. So when next you watch Disney, do it with a critical eye. To discuss sexism in the media while drinking the rest of my blood juice. It's really grape juice, but I prefer to call it blood juice. It gives it some flair. I'm a vampire. Belle, for example, beautiful, sweet, and demure in every sense of the word. She's implicitly sold into a relationship not of her choice. I mean, take into account that this is obviously a children's film. You know, it's really funny how sexism works, or just how patriarchy works, because it's not explicit, right? It's not in your face. It's just very subtle and works its way like a snake that manipulates its way around your spine and just controls all your thoughts and really governs everything that we see. But today, I'm not going to pick on Disney or Bella Swan or Edward Cullen, for that matter. Actually, that would be too easy. And just to clear something, folks, sexism is not just against women. It's against everyone. It's against men included. We're going to stick with the Wikipedia definition of sexism, because that's my favorite website. Sexism, also known as gender discrimination or sex discrimination, is defined as prejudice or discrimination based on sex, or conditions or attitudes that foster stereotypes of social roles based on sex. In Kayla's last video, she talked about The Walking Dead. Now, what's really interesting about this television series is that you can't help loving even the most sexist individual. There is a real dichotomy of like active man and passive woman, or dominant man and demure woman, in the television series. The character is highly complex and nuanced, have so much depth to them that you can't help but look past their sexism, even normalizing it at times. This, guys, is how patriarchy works in highly subtle and nuanced ways. In the show, we don't expect female leaders because all the men have taken up the roles. What's really poignant in the scene that Shane sexually assaults Lori is that I found myself, at least, almost sympathizing with Shane just because of how Lori has been constructed as a character. So here's a minor spoiler for season 2. You can mute this right now if you don't want to be spoiled until I signal you via text, maybe right here, that it's okay to unmute it. Lori incites the feud between Shane and Rick. And this feud is bound to happen anyways, but what's really interesting is how it does. She implicitly tells Rick to kill Shane. Now, I would have done the same thing if I were in her situation. Yes, what she did was not unjust or not uncalled for. But it's a fact, however, that she had done it anyway. There was a point to this. Wait for it. She has a knack for blaming the guys for all her shitty mistakes. So here's the point. I tried to figure out why I hated Lori so much, like right from the beginning of the TV show. I just couldn't stand her. But it's the way that she's positioned. She's literally not good for anything else but her maternal duties. Her roles include cooking, taking care of her son, performing laundry duties, cooking some more, and really caring about everybody else that's there. She just has really great maternal instincts. It's the age-old argument that women are not good for anything else outside of the domestic realms because they're governed by their emotions. It's tiresome. You know, like hysteria and the wandering womb. And for all you people thinking that, well, Rick is also really emotional, and matter of fact, so is Shane. Well, in fact, you are absolutely correct. I'm not disputing that. But if you contrast the characters, so if you compare Lori with Shane, or if you compare Lori with Rick, or matter of fact, if you compare any of the female characters, and we're only talking about season 1 because it changes a little bit in season 2, there's a clear distinction between the function of the male and the female. The men are constructed to be the leaders of this new society, and the women, they're supporters. There's a silly analogy that I heard once. What is it? The women are the neck and the men are the head. Anyways, it captures the essence of what I'm trying to explain. Simply, women are important only to support the men. So I realize I'm being a little bit unfair in picking this one television series amongst the plethora of other TV series out there that are highly sexist, but I bring this one up particularly to demonstrate how very subtly TV can propagate gender stereotypes.